Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff. You're here on the HODL review today. XRP crypto news, paid in crypto, big gains. Employer wants the money back. And then we're also going to get into if you give advice to a friend to sell or buy, do you feel somehow responsible if it goes down or if it goes up? Let's go. Let's figure all this out right now.
And now, the HODL review with Jeff on the Chain.
All right, let's get into this. Let's jump right in. There's so much to cover. So I want to get into first and foremost, because the two things are tied together, XRP, paid in crypto, big gains. Now, if you gave the advice to somebody and it didn't really turn out the right way, who is responsible? Now, what happens if your employer wants to pay you in digital asset and then decides at the last minute that, nope, you know what? We don't want to do it quite like that. So I want to first let's talk first about this employer situation. It's actually an article that popped up over here on Market Watch. I thought this was interesting. I mean, it really, really is. So my employer paid me in crypto. It rose 700% in value. Now he wants employees to return the crypto and accept dollars. Now, this is a question. Now, could you imagine if anybody came to you and offered you something, it increased in value. Now that it increased in value, no longer had the initial value that it had when you came to the agreement because it went up, but now they want it back and they want to offset. Now, this makes no sense. Now, the question here is, what do you think? Is this a fair solution? Should I return some of the crypto for hours worked? Now, I'm looking at this. The guy who wrote this article, I don't necessarily want to get into his comments. I'm sure his comments are spot on. I haven't even read his comments. I got to the article, to the question. I said, you know what? I think we need to talk about it right here on the chain because this could be really poignant. We know people that are getting paid in digital asset, people that are getting paid in a cryptocurrency. Now, this individual was working on a contract basis, not employee. He did the work. The monetary value of the work was exchanged. He got paid. Now, in this situation, the CEO says that he wanted to pay in crypto. Now, this individual started working, but apparently there's a clause in the contract that says the company may elect to pay in US dollars. The clause, we don't see the contract, so we're just going based on, one party's side of the situation. But in this scenario, they might decide, I don't want to pay you in Bitcoin. I don't want to pay you in XRP. I'm going to pay you in US dollars. Now, the person that it's all about said, I struck out that part of the contract because if I was going to risk getting paid in crypto, this person says right here, and the price all of a sudden appreciated, I didn't want the company to revert paying in US dollars. Because said, hey, I'm going to pay you if Bitcoin is worth 500 US dollars and you get one Bitcoin, now it's worth 1,000 US dollars. At the time payment should be received, you say, hey, you were going to pay me in crypto, you're going to pay me in Bitcoin, now it's worth more at the time of exchange, but we're quoting it in Bitcoin. Now, another way to look at it is, I'm paying you $1,000 or $500 worth in crypto. So if I say right now that's worth a Bitcoin, but I'm quoting it based on I'm going to pay you $500 worth in Bitcoin. So come time to do the exchange, you finish the work, I'm going to pay you now. I'm paying you $500 worth. So if it's now one Bitcoin is worth $1,000, I'm going to give you a half a Bitcoin, not a full Bitcoin. That's how the agreement should be, unless we said, no, it's 100%, we're doing one Bitcoin, regardless of what the price is, because I'm holding Bitcoin and I'm going to pay you regardless. But I would think that there would be some agreement. You're paying me, or you're getting paid, if your work is worth $500, you get the idea. Now, in August of 2020, this person said they received payment for contract work in crypto since the time they got paid. So it's not, they already got paid. Everything is done. Prices of crypto went up by 700%. Now, All of a sudden you get this email from your friend, from your employer saying, hey, now look at how they float this. Since you did not generate any revenue for the company and are not currently doing any follow-up work, please send back all of the crypto received. You can invoice the company for hours worked in US dollars. So now they want to take back because now all of a sudden they see the gain. It's amazing. And I'm sure stuff like this happens beyond just what's with this, just beyond this idea of crypto, because we're going to look at a tweet where someone gave somebody advice and the crypto went down instead of up. They actually lost money. And they actually got someone to sell something. Now here, it says here, there have been several other people trying to sell the company's solutions. Okay, it's a startup. Get it? It says here they're still trying to generate their first dollar in sales, et cetera, et cetera. I want to get into a little bit about what's going on. But what should they do? Should they return the money? I mean, I look at this and I say, why would you return the money? You agreed to get paid X. Let's say, again, it was $500 worth of XRP. XRP is at $500. They pay you your $500 worth of XRP, whatever that is. All of a sudden, a month later, XRP goes up in value. So now your XRP holding is worth twice what it was. So it's worth $1,000. Now that person's coming back to you and saying, I want my money back. I want the XRP back I gave you, because now a month later it's worth twice as much. Now that is, it's beyond just an ethical question, beyond just a financial question. And this is how the writer kind of phrased it. It's an illogical question at that point. Work done, payment completed, that's it. Transaction is over. Obviously, you can go to an attorney and try to figure it out, but if you go to the very basics in an agreement like that, you have the offer and you have an acceptance. The offer is here's what you're going to pay. The acceptance is I'll do the work, I do the work, and then they pay you in in whatever the agreed on denomination was, and you get paid, and that's it, done. That agreement's over. So that to me was was relatively interesting. Then then this other it's not an article, it's a tweet pops up, and actually Joel Katz responded, David Schwartz responded to it. Brad Mills is saying, I convinced one of my good friends to sell his Doge for Bitcoin back in January. Since then, at that point, it was up 500%. It's up another 7 times over Bitcoin in that time. Now, it's gone up even further. But here's what happened. Hey, what's going on with Doge? I bought some back in the day to play, and this is the first time I'm even. And this says you bought Doge? And he says, yeah, I'm not smart, but I broke even. It wasn't even a lot of money. This person said, sell it. I'm assuming it's David or Brad Mills here. Sell it. And he said, okay, tell me what to buy. Just BTC? Yes, just BTC. And he said, okay, done. That's it. It's over and done with. And then you go on, and it's interesting. Let's open this up. Let's see if we can look at everything here. Let me see here. Oh, so hang on. Where's oh, there it is. Here it is. Okay. So then he says, done, thanks. When did you buy it? A couple years ago. So obviously he bought, he's been holding it for a while. He's been holding his Doge for a while there. And it amazes me because now, is this Brad Mills? Is he responsible? Is he ethically or morally responsible? And, the question here, I'm assuming this came from him. I don't know. Should I top up from my Bitcoin stash? Should he give him money is what he's saying, because he didn't get his gains, and Doge went up significantly. So, and David Schwartz brings up a good point, which is like the example we had with the employer. If it went down in value, so imagine you go and you get paid $500 in XRP, a month later it's worth $250. Does the person who did the work now go back to that employer and say, you paid me $500 in XRP? I know I agreed to accept it, but now it's worth $250. I want an extra $250. The employer would say, go to hell. I'm not paying you. Now here, David Schwartz is saying, if the reverse had happened, would he have topped you up? Give honest advice. Let people be responsible for their own decisions. Now, he was asking advice, but yes, he took some responsibility. He bought Doge to play around, so it's sold. He still, he broke even. Did he make it? Whatever. Is that person out here? It says no, but you should definitely stop giving him advice. Ox Infinium says. Brad said, well played. To be fair, you thought Doge was a joke too. Huh. Here it says, your friend should probably solicit advice from more than 10 different people in the crypto ecosystem. He'll get a more holistic, balanced view. That's really hilarious. You kind of go through and you see, but look at the dilemma. Look at the dilemma that he's talking about. Just like the employee-employer or the contract-employer relationship, you have individuals and they're figuring out that maybe there is some sort of a moral equivalency. Maybe you're responsible in some way, shape, or form for the decision, but really, you have to, that's it. The best advice there is everybody's doing their own research. Everybody's responsible at the end of the day for what they're investing in, whether it's XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or what have you. And if you're entering into an agreement with someone and you're willing to accept digital asset as a payment, for this person from that article, then you get paid. That's it. It's settled and done because you're not going back when the value goes down. I thought that was an interesting, thing to go over and talk about. If you guys didn't know, we stream on the other channel. We stream 6 days a week, Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're looking to get any on-the-chain merch, you can go to onthechain.shop. So it's a real pleasure having you guys here. Tune in again later or tomorrow, whenever it is, because we have daily content on this channel. And with that, I am out. See you on the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.